Hello, hello, hello. Peace and beautiful blessings. Happy May. I'm Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer, tarot reader and healer behind Spiritual Love Tarot. And today I'm going to be doing a general love reading for the month of May. So we're going to feel into things with the Price of Love Oracle and then dive deeper in with my tarot deck. The one that I've been working with is the This Might Hurt Tarot. And then I have the Life is Like a Board Game Tarot that I love using for clarification. So let's get into it and see what is coming up around the energy of love for this month of May for the collective. My dog is out and about, so I may have to stop in case he starts doing things that he's not supposed to be. But hopefully he will behave and be a good boy so we don't get interrupted. So let's see what's going on for the collective in love. Sirius. His name is Sirius. There's two types of people in the world. People that think that serious means serious, like serious business. And then people that like just know what's up. Like, oh, okay, serious. I like that. All right, let's see what's going on. Just one card. Okay, maybe two. Okay, well, I had these upside down, so we're going to pay attention to that. Anytime I pick up a deck the wrong way, it's always a reminder to me that I need to slow down, that I'm not paying attention, and that I might be looking at things the wrong way. So we've got ego and boundaries here, both reversed. And as we can see, ego, right, there's like the shadow of this individual here. And you can even see their arms look like they're crossed across their chest. So that means, right, our heart is not opening, we're not listening, we're not paying attention. And then we have boundaries, right, which is this fence, which is super clear. Boundaries, right? So when I see both of these cards coming up in the reverse for May, what I feel like is we need to go within and review our boundaries, review the way that our ego or our shadow self is taking control, leading the way, maybe getting us into situations that we don't want to be in, or keeping us from getting into situations that we truly desire and deserve to be in. You may also have some unnecessary boundaries, right? So when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing like a brick wall. So instead of, you know, having healthy boundaries around you, you might actually be using boundaries to box you in, to keep you from expanding, to keep you from the love that you really desire and deserve. Your ego may also be wounded from not having boundaries, so you're overly protecting yourself, and you might be leading with fear when it comes to love and relationships, not really allowing your true self to shine through, feeling like you need to look a certain way, be a certain way, do things a certain way, instead of just allowing yourself to be who you are, right? So let's see. I cannot wait to use this Energy and Spirit Oracle deck. I did a unboxing and walkthrough of it the other day, and I haven't cleared and cleansed the deck, so I have not done a card reading with it yet. So I'm gonna just shuffle this deck, see what's coming up for May. I think I'm gonna pull 4 cards and see what story comes up for the collective when it comes to love in May. So I do feel that there's this definite need for self-love. I don't know about you, but this new moon in Taurus energy definitely had me like resting, relaxing, luxuriating, eating good food, just like in the bed, under the covers type energy. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles, we've got the Devil, the Empress. Okay, I love this. And the Fool. So funny story, I pulled these cards as my card of the day. So when I put them back in the deck, I put them in different places, made sure to shuffle the deck really well. And we have them here again, which is really beautiful. So there's going to be a new beginning coming through. You are really allowing yourself to focus on what it is that you value. This card is one of the cards that I like to call living abundantly ever after. So it's like you've gotten really clear on what it is that you want. And I feel like now you're moving into a state where you want to allow it. You're being very committed. So when I'm looking at this Devil card, I'm seeing commitment. Like you're able to see the things that were hindering you in the past, keeping you from what it was that you want to experience. And so now that you have this different perspective, you get to choose that you want to do things differently here with the Empress card. You're shifting your energy. Look at the Devil card, look at the Empress, completely different energy. This one is dark. There's a lot of toxicity going on here. And this is a little bit lighter. You can see growth, you can see expansion. There's love, there's beauty, there's peace, there's harmony, right? And this is it, right? This is what you want. So this is the thing that you've wanted. Maybe you want to have a happy family. Hang on, my dog is doing things. Okay, I had to put him in his room, so he might start whining in a little minute because he don't want to be in there. But he was being naughty, so I need him to be stationary while I do this reading. All right, so back into the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you want. This is the thing that you are trying to manifest. This is what you want to bring into reality, but you're realizing that your mindset, your beliefs, and your habits have to change in order for this to come into fruition. So you're starting to see yourself differently. You're starting to shift where you're placing your energy. You're starting to value yourself more. You're starting to operate from a place of love, from a place of wholeness and inner peace within. And you're deciding that you're ready to do new things with the Fool. So you're deciding that you are going to shift your energy. You're stepping outside of your comfort zone and you're going to take a leap of faith so that you can get to this Ten of Pentacles, so that you can have it all. And the beautiful thing about this Devil energy, right? It's not bad. So this represents Capricorn. Capricorn is disciplined. They are hardworking, very structured. And so what I think about this card to me can also, right, it often, right, people say that it represents addiction, that it represents, toxicity, negative habits. But this energy can also be good when it's focused on the right things, right? When you are like fixated on reaching your goals, that's a good thing. So we just want to make sure that where we're training our energy is on good habits, it's on positive things, that it's on, really seeing yourself as the Empress, no matter if you are male or female, right? We still have this beautiful divine feminine energy within us where you can see yourself as an emanation of the divine, where you see yourself as worthy and deserving of the things that you want to manifest, of being able to have happy, healthy connections, right? And so in order to do that, we have to move away from this energy. You have to let your ego know that you cannot run the show. You have to let yourself know that you are safe because you have boundaries. You don't have to operate in fear. You don't have to hold on to this past energy where maybe people have hurt you or they've used you in some way. You don't have to stay chained to those things anymore. You can see yourself differently. No matter what you have done in your past, you get to see yourself as the Empress. You get to see yourself as the way the divine sees you, which is this whole and complete, right? So you can learn from these lessons here, take these lessons, transmute them, integrate them, do whatever it is that you need to do so that they help you grow and evolve, and then you offset onto a new journey, a new way of being. So this isn't going to be easy. We've got the Seven of Wands here, which means you have to stay on guard, right? Pay attention to the things that you're thinking, to the things that you're doing. Are you falling into old habits? You have to tap into your inner willpower to say no, right? To whatever this stuff is, to continue pushing away, because we don't want to slip back into the past. We want to continue moving forward and allow yourself to get to a place of healing, because if not, you're going to repeat the cycle. So we've got the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. There's so much hurt and pain and wounding that you're holding on to. And this is why this ego energy is showing up heavily in this reading. Sometimes the boundaries that you need to have are boundaries for you. Not to keep other people out, not to make sure you need to have boundaries, or maybe we should say discipline. And discipline is a self-loving act. Let's talk about that word, because that's one of the things that comes up with the Devil is discipline, right? The Capricorn, Saturn energy. Discipline sounds so yucky. It sounds so harsh. It sounds boring. It sounds like hard work. But it's what we need. We need to be disciplined. But if you think about it, discipline is nothing more than loving yourself enough to do the things that matter. If you want to find or attract a healthy relationship, you got to do stuff to do that, right? You have to be disciplined enough to walk away from the people that don't seem like they're healthy, that aren't emotionally mature, the ones that are very, clear that they don't have good intentions for you. You have to be disciplined enough to put yourself out there. You have to be disciplined enough to know, what are your triggers? What things set you off? Where do you have trust issues? What are the wounds and the concerns that you have when it comes to love and relationship? What are your fears? There's a lot of fear here with this moon card too. Like, we can just see, like, you are just terrified of the things that you've experienced in the past, and you feel like those things are going to come back. But when you allow, and this might mean you need to go to therapy to process some of that stuff, right? Energy healing is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to help uproot and clear out emotional upsets as well. So some of the things that I am going to be doing are like energy healing circles. I'm bringing that stuff like all the way back in. I want to do like Reiki circles and just really help provide healing around the heart space. And what this is just fear. It's fear of the past. This has already happened and you're still allowing it to affect you. And those fears run deep. So the boundaries that you may need to have isn't necessarily about someone else. The boundaries that you need to create are ones for yourself. What self-loving boundaries can you create that when you start to feel like this, when you start to recount the past, when you start to feel, that fear coming up and you hold it close because it's familiar, what can you do to transmute that? What things can you do to get out of this energy and get back into this energy where your heart is open and you're ready and willing to move forward? This is such a big difference. Okay. And so the beautiful thing is, right, we had a lot of majors come out in the initial spread that I pulled, right? The Devil, the Empress, and the Fool. And the moon also came out. So this is definitely going to be a powerful month for you to create change in your life as it relates to love. You definitely need to have some self-loving practices here with the Queen of Cups. You really need to nurture yourself. Instead of being afraid of your thoughts or being afraid of the things that you've experienced in the past, like, how can you send love to those things, right? So what can you do, again, to really calm your fears, to really shift your energy and your emotions? Some of the things that come to mind, like, I like to use essential oils. My go-to blend is a blend of ylang ylang, lavender, and frankincense. I absolutely love those three together. I also use copaiba. I love lemongrass. Those two are very powerful. And so those are one of the tools that I use. I also like to meditate. I have my crystals. I got my rose quartz crystal here, my pie stone crystals. I go for walks. That's another way that I support myself. Bathing, like a spiritual bath, showering, also moving your body, dancing. Again, I said I like to go for walks. So all of those things can help you shift your energy when you start to feel like this. Right? And it's okay to feel like this. Let's say that, right? It's okay to have these feelings, but it's not okay for you to sit in them to the point where it is like driving you crazy and you're feeling bad about yourself, or you're feeling bad about your life, or you're feeling that no one is going to love you. Because remember, this is you. You are the Empress. So with the Queen of Cups, you really need to pour a lot of love on to yourself as we are in this season of May, this Taurus energy with Venus. All about love, like really starting to see yourself. And right, there's the symbol for Venus right there with the Empress card. Really starting to see the truth of who you are, seeing the love and the beauty and the light and the peace and the healing and the abundance that resides within you. And stop seeing yourself as a monster. Stop seeing yourself as someone whose life is ruined, someone who's never going to be loved. You have to shift how you see yourself. And for some of you, this could have been a, relationship that maybe had broken up, something in the past that was happy, and maybe you were afraid or you didn't value it. And so, or things changed and you feel like you've lost it. And for some of you, this is going to be an opportunity for a new beginning with this relationship, which is really beautiful. And maybe it's not the same relationship, but you're giving yourself the chance for love because you're no longer just choosing to operate in a place of fear. You're deciding that you're going to love yourself, that you're going to be disciplined and do what it takes to get out of whatever rut that you are in, to move out of that heaviness, that heavy energy, those heavy emotions, and get yourself back to a state where you're seeing your own worth, where you're seeing your own value, and you're able to share that with someone else. So let's pull one more oracle just to close things out. Oh, I should have brought my angel cards. That would have been a beautiful way to close things out for you. But we're just going to pull one more oracle message just to see what's going on. Here we go. Growth. So we were just talking about growth. It's all about you growing. It's about you thinking about what you want in the future, in the long term, and learning from your past, learning from the mistakes that you made, putting, disciplining yourself so that you are able to call in the love that you want. And so that's what we got here with the Three of Wands and Temperance. Discipline, it's balance, it's finding harmony, it's taking, those past experiences and you're learning from them, you're alchemizing them. So no longer are you feeling wounded and stressed the hell out. You're feeling victorious at what you have overcome, at what you have learned, at what you have experienced. You're feeling that you can take these challenges and win with them. You're setting yourself up for a major win, and you are calling love in because you're opening your heart with the Page of Cups. And there we have the Lovers. So not only is this alignment within yourself, but you have the potential to align with love when you allow yourself to open your heart, when you're, connecting in with your emotions instead of allowing your emotions, when you're connecting with your emotions instead of allowing them to kind of trample over you, which can happen because we are in our heads, reliving the past, calling forward the pains that we experienced, drawing up fear instead of love, and not dealing with the fears that we have or the thoughts that we have in a healthy and productive way, which does us a grave disservice. So that is our May message. There's a lot of big energy going on. I think you may have probably had some profound realizations. If you have not already, you may as we move through the month of May, have some profound realizations about what it is that you want to experience and love, about ways that maybe you weren't your best self, and you're starting to see the truth of who you are, and you're deciding that you want to shift things, that you no longer want to operate in fear, that you no longer want to, operate in a way that prevents you from experiencing healthy and happy relationships. You want to change things up because you're worthy of experiencing love, because you want to have the happy family. And so now you're willing to do what it takes, no matter if that's going to therapy, no matter if that's, apologizing, learning how to better manage your emotions, taking a course, reading a book, doing whatever it is that you need to do so that you can grow. Remember, growth is the word. We're growing from our past experiences. We're allowing ourselves to really nurture ourselves, to heal your emotions, and get to a place where you're able to allow love in. Get yourself to a place where you're seeing yourself as worthy and deserving of love, knowing that you are operating in your best and highest self, that you're not allowing your past to weigh you down anymore. And I think that's just such a beautiful reading and message. We all want to be loved. Love is one of the basic needs for human beings, right? We were not made to be solitary creatures. We are wired for connection. And so, at the core, we are tribal people. We need each other. And our society has gotten to a place where it's like everybody's like, I don't need nobody else. I've been hurt, so I'm just going to love myself and I'm going to wall myself off from the world. And that's just not how it's supposed to be. Self-love, when we love ourselves correctly, when we go through our healing process, it's not so that we can keep other people out. It's so that we can radiate love around us to attract the right people in. And I see so many men and women who are using like self-love as a weapon, like to keep people away. Like, I love myself too much to allow you into my life. And that's so opposite. And that actually comes from ego. It comes from fear. Like you're using love as a boundary to love. Like what? Like we're not supposed to do that. And so when we are able to release that, we can see that, yes, I love myself. And that's why I love this image of the boundaries card as a chain link fence, because you can, things can still get through. You can climb over the fence. You can pass a note through the fence. You can see through the fence. So when you have healthy boundaries, it's not a brick wall that you can't see through. And that's what people are doing. They're using self-love as like a brick wall to prevent anyone from coming through. But when you have, a healthy boundaries like this chain link fence, you can see through it. So you don't have to keep, anyone out. You're not completely blocking people because you can see what's on the other side. You can say, oh, okay, that's not in alignment. That doesn't seem healthy. And so now you're making decisions differently versus instead of just blocking everyone out because you're afraid to get hurt. So there's such a big difference in that. And that's something that we're going to be talking about one of these days on this channel. I want to talk about how, healing and self-love and all of these things are being used as ways to keep people out. And that's totally counterproductive to the whole point of like healing ourselves and getting ourselves to a place of self-love, because you want to be in a place where you're trusting yourself to make the right decisions, to allow the right people into your life. So that was it. Let me know what resonated with you from this reading. Happy May, happy Beltane, happy new moon, happy eclipse, happy all the things. I know that I am happy. So many amazing things are happening in my own life. This past new moon was very beautiful and potent. I had some really profound realizations, and I'm just really grateful for it all. So grateful to have this channel. I do offer personal readings. If you would like a reading, check the link in my bio, and I will see you next time. Peace.